Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. Welcome to the channel. I'm Dinah Lee. I am a practical mystic and no BS oracle. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a returning subscriber, hello, and thank you for coming back to the channel. Today I am doing a reading on the future of the Biden administration. Now remember, tarot is just for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research, and any opinion that I have in this reading is mine and mine alone. So, how was your weekend? I understand today is also a holiday for some. I didn't know that. I almost forgot about Father's Day. So those of you that have my puppy snoring in the background, you guys, my Frenchie, I am very sorry. There's really nothing I can do about it. Yesterday was Father's Day at the time of this recording. If your dad is here on the planet, I hope you were able to at least spend some time or have a conversation with them. Like I said, I almost forgot, and one of my daughters called me and said she'd spoken with her dad, and I just almost lost it because I totally forgot about Father's Day. I mean, I remembered it the day before, but Sunday was just like a mess. I travel, I worked at my other office all day, and my healing, in-person healing practice all day Friday, and then drove over 6 hours to get back home where I am now. So I got home it was almost midnight when I got home. Okay, this is the anchor card for this reading, the future of the Biden administration, Luminous Warrior. The Luminous Warrior has no enemies in this world or the next. He is impeccable in word and deed. He focuses on his light rather on what hides in the dark. Since he casts no shadow, he is as radiant as the sun and can transform his most terrible enemy into his ally. His power comes not from the sword, but from speaking his truth at all costs. What? This will make more sense as we go on, I promise. The Luminous Warrior reminds you it is important to focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. Do not be seduced. Okay, here we go, guys. Do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or with the world. Remember that intention follows attention. So focus on your positive traits. Feed your light with more light until you feel truly empowered. Then there will be little need for action as you resolve all situations from within. So this is about us. Okay, this is about us becoming the luminous warrior, meaning the enlightened warrior. So we cannot be seduced by the shadow, which is the untruth that is being spewed out there in the world. Okay, I also think he might be at the point where he can't hide those things anymore, because it seems as if perhaps his mental function is sort of waning right now. So let's keep going. Future of the Biden administration, please. Angels, teachers, guides, and personal team of angels, teachers, guides, and personal team of angels, teachers, guides. Future of the Biden administration, please come to the edge. We just have these at the book. Future of the Biden administration. Ooh. Message in a bottle. By the book speaks to legalities, speaks to universal laws, law of attraction, karma, things like that. It's saying you have to do things by the book. Okay, you must follow the law, the written law, the Constitution, and spiritual laws, the laws of God, right? Message in a bottle. This is messages from Spirit. Right now, it's time for us to trust our intuition and look for signs, okay? We can't believe everything that we see or hear, okay? This is about getting, and this has a completely different meaning in this reading. This is about getting our information, possibly not from mainstream, but from other places that may be slightly more edgy, okay? That's what's coming in for me here. Like, we can't believe the bull crap that we see. We must become enlightened. Where are you going to become enlightened? It's not going to be on MSM, mainstream media, okay? Also, we have been looking and distracted, focusing on other things that maybe what's being done right here with the law. So we really need to go a little deeper and do our own work. The problem with mainstream media is many of the, I don't know what they're called, news channels or whatever, behind the scenes are actually owned by, most of them by one person or a couple of people. There's not a lot of diversity out there. And pretty much everybody gets the same memo every day. You're going to say this, and you're going to say it this way, and you're going to repeat it 50 times, right? What did television used to be called back when it came out? TV program. Why? Because they're programming you to believe what they want you to believe. So always do your own research. Don't be lazy. Don't just take their word for it. That used to be the case where we could do that, but unfortunately that is not the world we live in anymore, right? And I started waking up to all of this in 2020 when I saw people that had differing opinions from what the mainstream narrative was start disappearing completely off of social media, right? Just gone. We don't like what you're saying, even though you may be a top scientist or, you know, whatever in the world. We don't like what you have to say, so we're just going to delete you. You're canceled, right? Saw it with my own eyes. And not only did that not derail me from the investigative work that I was doing regarding all of this, but it made me look even harder, okay? It even made me more suspicious and more curious as to what the heck was going on. By the way, guys, if you have a suggestion for the Reading the Future series, leave me a comment in the section below. Teacher's Guides, Future of the Biden Administration. Future of the Biden Administration. This is all of us waking up, this Luminous Warrior. You know, at this point, I believe we are, you know, we all are going to have to become enlightened to the truth. And unfortunately, there are folks out there who are so completely brainwashed that you can't even have a conversation with them anymore. Just a rational conversation. They will not listen at all. And I'll tell you that things didn't used to be this way. If you're a younger person watching this, we used to be able to have conversations with each other without wanting to, you know, cancel you or whatever. I mean, this is insane, right? This is pure insanity, what's happening right now. The elixir of life. The elixir of life. What is the elixir of life to you? I got truth as soon as I laid that card down. Truth. And the truth growing like a garden. And I believe that is exactly what's happened the last 2 years. Is the truth growing day and night. These are things that are hidden and things that are out in the open. Okay? But half of what we're going to be looking at is actually hidden. Want us to think that everything is all rosy and crap. Like everything's gonna be just fine. We know it's not fine. Inflation, gas, food. Okay. Treasured memories. We have the treasured memories. I believe this is also us really wishing things could just go back the way they were before 2020, right? This is also letting us know that we will never forget what has happened, okay? It's interesting, there are red flowers in her hair and red flowers in this card as well. So somehow these two cards are related to one another, and we'll find out more as we go along. This is kind of like the Six of Cups card to me. Daydream about better times or times past. Can also be an illusion, okay? The truth, all right? The truth, the hidden truth, and seeing through the illusions. That's the word I'm getting on that card. Because what I'm drawn to here is this balloon that looks like it's made out of gauze, as if there's a veil over something. It's a veil between the truth. It's a balloon, but it's made out of some gauzy material where there's a cloud behind there, but you can't see it very clearly, okay? So this is about us seeing clearly the truth, and that is exactly what this row is all about. This Luminous Warrior being enlightened, the truth, the elixir of life, truth right now. The truth coming, being exposed, okay? The shadows being exposed. All right, let's go to the tarot. Future. We've got the Two of Cups, and we have the Two of Swords. Very interesting. 2 2s. So these are decisions that need to be made. This is you and your higher self coming together. Okay. I'm getting the word binary here on this, meaning like there's only two sides, okay, two extreme poles. And it's almost like you have to decide, like this either 0 or 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. There's nothing in between, and that's a really weird word for me to have downloaded into my brain. But it's like there's two sides, and we feel stuck, we feel trapped. I think a lot of people feel stuck and trapped, or like they can't speak up. I also get two motives here, or two people behind the scenes, and feeling like there's no way out. Future of the Biden administration. Oh, it's raining. 4 of Swords. This is us. But this could also represent. Okay, so now I'm getting Two-Face. and exhaustion. This could also be an illness that's coming up here. This is in the future position. Mental slowdown here, mental confusion, okay, with this Two of Swords. Elixir of life in this row, which, as I said earlier, in this column is about truth. In this column, I feel like this represents someone who may not be well, right? And we may get news of that. I mean, he is in such a pit, you know, he has not done a good job. I mean, the polls are horrible. We're having another, you know, housing crisis. Prices are dropping. The inflation is out of control. Gas prices are higher than I ever remember them, although that's not necessarily true. I don't remember how high they got in 2000, whenever that was, way back when the last time the gas prices went way high. I don't remember them ever being like $5 a gallon, though. I remember them going upwards of $3, but not $5. And for these people, it doesn't matter. That, you know, couple bucks extra per gallon of gas, that's not going to make a dent in their wallet. They could care less. But yeah, I think he's saying one thing and doing another. Okay, this is like deceit and deception. Okay, so the body is doing one thing and behind the scenes something else is going on. Or he's trying to appear well, but behind the scenes he's actually not well. But this is a deceptive administration. Two of Cups typically doesn't represent that, but I am reading energetically and intuitively here for this reading. We've got the Ace of Cups. Oh, what kind of idea is this? Ace of Cups, something with unlimited potential to transform the world, right? Oh gosh, what's in this pot of gold that's flying out of here? It's all butterflies, okay? Three of Wands. Trying to figure out when the right time to release this. And the Knight of Wands. We're going to release this pot of gold out there because we know you're tired and we know that you are beat up and worn down and you can't afford all these things. Flower, flowers, flowers, flowers. It looks like a gift, but there's a snake in there, okay? I'm just telling you. Eight of Pentacles, the Star, Star is about renewal, okay? This whole row right here is about hiding the truth, okay, of what's going on. We have a great idea. the timing, okay, of this needs to be perfect. The Nine of Wands is all about, sticking to it no matter what, getting your butt beat and you keep going. I believe this also represents the American people. We are tired, okay? The Four of Swords. We're worn out from working our butts off. And I believe that they're saying, yes, we're going to work hard together. This is going to be the new thing. What was that Build Back Better thing? We're very focused on helping to turn all of this around. And here's the answer, okay? The renewal. We're going to do this thing. And guess what? It's total deception. It is vindictiveness. It is wanting to win at all costs, hiding the truth of what's behind all of this. And I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but that's what I'm getting from here. They may even say we can go back to the way things used to be, right? We know that's what you all want, and here's the answer, but that's not exactly what's going to be happening. Now, you've got to trust your intuition on this. Let's get some clarity, though, and see where else. Seven of Swords, yes, there's your deception right there. It's a trickster, okay? It's a liar, a cheater, and a thief. Two-faced. Remember, I said two-faced. Two of the Swords. Two of Swords. Clarity on Two of Swords. Judgment. This is being called up. I think that's you. I think that's us. We're all being called up. We're being called to stand up and make sure that our laws are followed, such as the Constitution, okay? We feel like we can't do anything, but we can. That's this Judgment card, okay, right here. You're being called up to speak about the deception that you know about, okay? Also, realizing that we are one. We are one. They will be exposed. And I'm not just talking about, I know we're doing a reading on the Biden administration, but anyone who is out to do evil in the world will be exposed. The Four of Swords. And I'm not even saying he's doing it, okay? We don't know what's behind all of this, really. The Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords. I read this card as Kamala. We'll keep going. I'm not going to interpret that one right now. We're going to see how the story plays out. So this is like, we have to make sure that we are paying attention to what's going on with the laws and not focus on like the inflation and the gas prices and all those things. Even though those things are problematic for many people, right? We need to stay focused. Like, it's like a trick thing, like, look over here, look over here, look over here, when actually all this other stuff is going on you're being distracted by. So don't get so discouraged. It's a message for all of us that we don't see what's actually going on, the things that are important, like losing our constitutional freedoms and rights. Three of Pentacles. We all need to work together. We all need to work together, and we can make this a better place. We can turn this all around. This is some of the, I think, future propaganda here. King of Wands with the Three of Wands. It's time to make our move. But they're waiting until people are worn out, beat up, feel broke. We've got the Hermit here. We've been through this already, haven't we, guys, with the Hermit? The Hermit has climbed that mountain and has gained wisdom in his journeys. We got the Two of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles. And the Star, please. What is the Star? The Seven of Cups. Five of Swords, please. Five of Swords. There we go. That's the one I was looking for, the Six of Cups. This is kind of like all that glitters is gold to me in this reading, the Seven of Cups with the Star. I just want to say, let us remember that the cornerstone of this entire reading, okay, is this Luminous Warrior card. This is all about us, so let's not forget that. And this is about us becoming enlightened to the truth. So this entire reading is basically saying to me, let's not fall for the sham. We have to be smarter than that. I also just noticed this is card number 32. 32 reduces to a 5, which says freedom through change. Okay, it's all about freedom. We can free ourselves through making the right kinds of changes and choices. Okay, so I'm seeing just a whole lot of deception here. This is a big story. I'm seeing the story that we are being asked to believe, the story that they're going to tell, and the true story behind the scenes. Okay, because we've got Luminous Warrior, we have Elixir of Life. This is truth seeking, becoming enlightened. Elixir of Life right now is truth. Day and night is what's out in the open, what is hidden, okay, from us. So there's two stories going on here. And then we have the Treasured Memories card. Again, this is like, how do we want the world to be? How can we imagine the world to be going into the future? I've watched enough stuff on the World Economic Forum to know that there is no intention of the world being the same, okay, moving forward. All right, these are the billionaires that all come together, the corporate, you know, CEOs, CFOs, all get together every year and decide what they want to do with us peons in the world, right? But this is so there's this story of deception here. 2 faces, 7 of swords, the Judgment, 2 of swords. We're being called up, okay, to realize that we're not helpless and we're not stuck. All right. Then we have this Queen of Wands with the 4 of swords. They know we're tired. They know we're exhausted. But here we have this like cheerleader type person, this female person coming in. Doesn't have to be female because we all have masculine and feminine traits. But this person coming in and saying, you know, very passionately, let's all stand up, let's fight against this, we need to do something. Then we have this 3 of Pentacles and this Ace of Cups. Here's the answer. We all need to work together. The King of Wands with the 3 of Wands. This is, we all need to make, you know, courageous choices. This is us saying, you know what? We need to start standing up for ourselves. This is us right here, okay? This 3 of Wands, this King of Wands, whatever we're about to hear in the next year or, you know, 6 months to a year, whatever it is, we need to have the courage to stand up for ourselves and start moving in a different direction here and realize that we're not trapped, but we're actually free. All we have to do is say, let's go back to the law. Let's go back to the constitutions, right? It's all right there, written in black and white. We are smarter, okay? We have gained wisdom that we would not have otherwise gained in the last 2 years, right? 2.5 years. How many of you have woken up to the truth? And this is many, many, many of us. The Hermit has gone on the journey, climbed up the mountain, got their butt beat, and learned a lot of things on the way. We mustn't forget that the Hermit is there shining its light for us, showing us the way, okay, to the truth. And then we have the 9 of Wands. You know, yes, we've gotten our butt beat, but we're not going to necessarily, just because we're tired and exhausted, going to just give up everything that every soul has fought for this country, okay? And this goes for all of you in your countries if you're not in the U.S. How many thousands or millions of lives have been lost to gain the freedom that you all have or have had? We mustn't forget, okay, who came before us. And we mustn't forget history either, all right? We need to look deep within and ask ourselves, when these solutions are presented to us at some point in the future, if this is really the best choice. We have treasured memories, and then we have the 6 of Cups. These sort of mirror each other to me because treasured memory is going back in the past and thinking about how things used to be. I forgot to put my headphones back in. Easier, gentler times, right? Easier and gentler times. Then we have the 2 of Pentacles with the 8 of Pentacles. This is, you've been working very hard, okay? You're working maybe 2 jobs to help support your family right now. We want to come in and help you, but we all need to work together. Life shouldn't be this hard. And then we've got the 7 of Cups and the Star. This is the solution that will possibly come out with this administration. This card is saying we cannot fall for it, okay? It's kind of like the all that glitters is not gold oracle card in one of my decks. It's saying, yeah, it's going to look shiny and it's going to look great and it's going to feel like it's going to solve all of our problems, but we can't fall for it, okay? And what's coming to my mind is this basic income thing, right? That they've been talking about. Well, what they may be doing is waiting until we're down enough and tired enough and exhausted enough that we're going to welcome this change, right? But all that glitters is not gold. Sure, it may start out like anything else as temporary, or temporary easement of the economic situation, but it never turns out well, guys. Go back, let's take taxes for instance. When those were implemented, it was supposed to be temporary, right? How temporary was that? Once something is signed in, it almost never goes away. What about the medical care thing, the Obamacare? That was supposed to be cheap insurance for everyone. It's going to be great, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I signed up for that. I fell for it. I think the first year it was $30 a month for me. The next year, maybe again $30. The third year, it 10x'd, and I never once used it. It was like $300 a month. So everything that sounds great at the beginning, that's just at the beginning. It always changes. There'll always be something more you have to give in order to get. Eating away at your freedoms or your rights over your own body, your property, things you could say, things you can't say. So this is, like I said, it's two different stories coming out here to me. And then the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is, times are gonna get better. You're not gonna have to worry so much. This is a gift. We're trying to come up with something to help you where things are gonna get easier, more loving. There won't be as much aggression and this and that because people won't be so desperate. But look at that. Look what's behind it, guys. It's wanting to win at all costs. This person doesn't really care what they have to do to get their way, right? They're hiding behind this rose, looking like this, okay, nice person. But right behind them in the shadow is someone who's actually been torn up, beat up, maimed, whatever. It just doesn't matter. And I'm not necessarily talking about one individual person. This is the entire idea or plan behind the administration. I don't really understand all the ins and outs of it. I don't know who's behind who and whose master plan all this is. But it is, this is about us more than that administration and what we need to prepare for and be a luminous warrior, a truth warrior, and realize that whatever comes out here, the way they're going to solve these problems is not actually going to solve any problem at all, but create more problems. And I don't think that we're going to be better for it, right? What I've noticed is that the more free stuff you give away, the less pride people have in themselves and the less respect they have for themselves and other people, okay? Giving away free money and this and that does not give anyone a sense of pride in themselves because they didn't work for it. And that's one of the many problems that is contributing, or the many factors that are contributing to the problems in the USA right now. Okay, let's pull up a Sacred Destiny card. Future of the Biden administration. We're smarter than that, guys. Wisdom, what did I just say? We are smarter than that. The Hermit is asking you to be wise. What all could go wrong? Okay, when this proposal comes up, when it sounds like they're doing us all a big favor, okay, this is the plan. Don't know if it's actually going to be presented, but this is right now a good idea of what is being planned, okay, because they want to put certain things in place, I believe, to make the government bigger and more powerful, okay? And how do you make a government bigger and more powerful? You create a dependence upon them, okay, to survive. So, wisdom, let us attend to wisdom, right, guys? So let me know if you have a suggestion for the Reading the Future series. I almost forgot what I was doing. Reading the Future series. Give me your suggestion. Leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.